Hello viewers of PokeMoshPitBeta, this is Shockhead2009DSi bringing you guys my first 5th generation upload to this channel. It is versus MixedCalibur. It's a standard battle I had a while back, and I've just now got time to narrate it because of work. I managed to do this on one of my days off. It's just a standard battle. We grabbed some pokes that we liked and whatnot, and he leads with his Drought Ninetales, his Romeo, and he predicts my Stone Edge, and he goes out into his Hitmontop, his Shitman pot, as he predicts my Stone Edge, which it does a okay bit after, well, not really a good bit after Intimidate. And I wasn't paying attention to my DS screen. I was paying attention to Skype to see what he was typing. And I go for the Aerial Ace, and I look back at my screen, and I'm like, oh, wow, that didn't do too much. And I was like, oh, he must have intimidated. Ah, crap. Because I lose my Terrakion to a close combat. I was like, you know, I should have switched out into my Chandelure, because obviously that would have taken that close combat, because it wouldn't have affected it. So, like, alright, well, because I wasn't paying attention, I lost my Terrakion. Alright, so I'm going to go on to Infidel now. And he's fearing the obvious Air Slash, so he's going to switch out his Shitman pot. He's going to go out into his YI Evolve. So, like, alright, so it's just Air Slash. I'm like, alright, I don't really have anything for Evilite Dusclops right now. I should just try to flinch it out. And I don't get the flinch, and he burns me. So, like, alright, burn, special attacker, this isn't... It's not bad, but it's not great, because my original Infidel set is Expert Belted. So, it's just going to continue. It's just going to wear me down. So, he brings in his Magnezone, his Pretty Ricky, and he's going to take out Air Slash fairly nicely. And I'm going to go for the Aura Sphere. I'm like, this should KO. If it doesn't, it'll put him in low health range. I may or may not be able to take a Thunderbolt, but he actually goes for the Substitute. And I'm like, whoa. Because that's like, alright, free kill, I'll just go for the Aura Sphere. And I should have known he was going to switch back out into his YI Evolve. And he's like, why you no switch? And I was just like, don't remember what I said. I'd have to get on Skype to look at the message. So, I've lost about half my health to burn now. And he switches back out into Pretty Ricky, predicting the Air Slash, which almost takes him out. Look, you can't even see the health bar, the little sliver there. So he's going to munch on his leftovers, and I'm going to go for, after the burn damage racks up, another Air Slash, thinking he was going to try to switch back into Dusclops, but that's going to take out Pretty Ricky. So now I'm pretty much at I'm at 83 health now, and he's going to go on to False Swipe his Scyther, and I'm like, oh boy, I left Infidel in for fodder, Aerial Ace, alright. I was like, if only I had Stealth Rocks. So I'm going to go into my Durant, named Ant, best generic nickname ever for that Pokemon. It's actually a Life Orb Adamant set. As he goes on to Romeo, and I go for the Stone Edge, and I don't miss, and I'm like, hells to the yeah, because that just wrecks it. I'm like, woohoo! So Romeo's down. I'm like, alright, maybe Durant can tear through some of his team, and he goes out into his Mothim, and I'm like, alright. He goes for the Bug Buzz, because I think he was trying to predict me to switch, but even though Durant has really crappy special defense, I still live that. I go for the Stone Edge, I don't miss, and that is going to take out that Volcarona. So I'm like, alright, go Durant. You're just taking out his team. Go. And he goes back out into False Swipe. I'm like, I've got pretty good defense, but because of my HP number, I can't take that Brick Break, and I'm going to die to that Brick Break. So it's like, no. So I'm going to go into my Chandelure. And this is actually, my Chandelure actually has Hidden Power Ground, and I have the Air Balloon, obviously. It's probably one of the few Chandelure sets you'll see with Hidden Power Ground. As he switches out, and I missed with the Fire Blast, and I had Epic Sad Face. So I pull out my Chandelure, and I go onto my Icezilla, as, this is actually a mixed Icezilla set. I made, Kyurem set. I don't know why I made this set, so it was early in the morning, I was tired, but whatever. He goes for the Shadow Sneak, and I take that fairly nicely, and I go for the Glaciate, because I thought he was going to switch back out into Scyther or something. I don't know why, but in hindsight, I should have went for, I get a crit, and obviously that's going to drop his speed. Glaciate is just pretty much a more powerful Icy Wind. And he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, and I'm like, crap. Because if he had missed that, it might have been a little better for me in this battle. So he goes for a Shadow Sneak, because obviously he's going to be able to prioritize all over me. And I go for a Shadow Ball, and that almost takes him out. And I'm thinking, okay, another Glaciate probably should take him out. I probably should go for Shadow Ball. And he goes for another Shadow Sneak, and that now puts me closer to half. And I miss with Glaciate, and I'm like, epic facepalm, because I was like, I should have went for Shadow Ball, because then I could have got rid of this thing. and I would have had a little bit more health. As he goes for another Shadow Sneak, I'm like, oh god, and he gets a crit. I'm like, well, that crit didn't really matter because that Scyther's looming around after I go for that Shadow Ball. That Scyther's looming with that Brick Break, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't going so well now. But oh well, let's run with it. As he goes out on that False Swipe, I leave my Kyurem in now for Death Fodder, and he goes for the U-turn, and I was thinking, oh, Brick Break, but I think he was trying to predict the Chandelure switch in as he gets a crit there and takes it out. So he goes out into his Shitman Pot, as I do go out into... I actually go out into my Speedy, my Siligore, because I wanted to use the Siligore. And this thing is, honestly, I'd recommend running Modest over Timid, because Modest gets 322. After the Life Orb Energy Ball, because it's the best move I could have done on that thing, it doesn't take him out, but obviously Siligores have crappy defense, and they have crappy special defense, even crappier defense. That Stone Edge will take out my Speedy Grin. So I go out into my Chandelure, because I'm like, alright, he's probably a bulky Hitmon on top, I should be able to outspeed and take him out. And he goes for the Sucker Punch, and I'm like, epic sad face, because I was like, no. But I live with about half. So I'm like, not bad. And I go for the Fire Blast. I don't miss this time. And that takes out his Shitman Pot. So I'm like, alright, Chandelure, we can do this. And he goes out into False Swipe, and I'm like, no, we can't. Aerial Ace. Too bad I didn't have Flame Body. Because Flame Body, I had Flash Fire, not Flame Body. If I had Flame Body, I might have burned him, and that would have crippled his thing. So that's a good game, MixedCalibur. Guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Go check out my channel and MixedCalibur's channels. Links in the description. Thank you, MixedCalibur. It was a great battle. I hope you guys enjoyed it and enjoyed this narration. This is probably the 5th narration rerun on this because Camtasia lagged on me, and etc. And the first 4 weren't that really good quality. So, guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and peace, guys.